Told you we should have called before we came.
She's probably popped out for something.
Probably barking at the moon. Where has that work experience gone?
Alice, David. Her name is Alice.
Hello! Oh, thank heavens! I almost lost you.
Almost.
Keep looking then. I don't want to be swept away before we get this bloody interview.
It's a miracle we're here in the first place. I mean, where even is this place, really? I didn't think you could get this far away from anywhere anymore.
It's called isolation for a reason. Move over, we'll be here all night.
About time you put that National Geographic experience to use.
I thought she was just a travel reporter. I didn't know you worked for National Geographic.
Oh, didn't you? She has been setting up tripods all over the world.
Sod off, dude. Yeah, I did an internship with them after I graduated. I have to say, I learned far more than I ever did at uni.
Yeah, that work experience, yeah, gotta learn the ropes. And this is your opportunity to see a professional in action. Hard at work in this place. Skills like mine, schools don't teach them.
There's a reason for that. It's called the law.
I'm very grateful for the opportunity.
Of course you are. This thing's still alive.
Oh, I think so. Well, I suppose you better come in then.
Hallelujah.
Apologies for not being more prepared, lassies. I don't get that many visitors, as you can probably imagine. Thank you, sir.
Well, at least it's not blood.
Your skull would make a fine colour, David. It would fit right on my mantelpiece.
I'm meeting with your sugar cubes if I do say so myself. Oh, well, it's a good job I've sweet up already, as my ma used to say. Oh, that's all right with everyone. I don't want the neighbours getting the impression I'm a bad hostess.
Neighbours? What
Sure,
neighbours?
everything this high, that would do just fine, thank you.
Sir, that thing isn't going to steal my soul, is it?
I'm sure you'll be all right, Mrs.
Oh, please call me Catherine. Formality is the last thing you need to worry about here.
Miss Catherine, what should I do with
The cockerel! Well, isn't he a marvellous specimen? I dare say my lady will be more than pleased to meet with you. Why, they must be getting awfully tense by now.
Yes, Miss Catherine, so where should I put it? I mean him.
Oh, I'll take care of this, gentlemen. It's been far too long. Has it been a man around the coop since that bastard fox got poor Jeremy? Don't mind me, I'll leave it a few minutes. Make yourselves at home and try not to steal any of my Oh, why, it's certainly bright there.
Fantastic. She's completely fucking insane.
Shut up, David.
She's certainly very talkative.
Huh? You should have brought another dictaphone. She could rattle on for hours.
We are not here to offend her, David. We're here to document her lifestyle. We are educating people, okay? Just because she's an oddity of thoughts, it does not make her a monster.
Well, it's very nice of you to defend her, Sarah, but people don't want to be taught. They want to be entertained. How else are they supposed to forget their monotonous lives, crunching numbers for the boss man?
My dad works in data collection. That's how he met my mum.
Fascinating.
I'm sure it's very fulfilling work. David, I am not your puppet. I won't let you turn my article into another one of your smear pieces.
Smear pieces, she says. You seem to forget, Sarah, that my articles have class. Even if my subjects aren't quite so charming. And anyway, it's my truth, and it's the truth of the popular media.
Truth, David? What would you know about truth? Truth is not in your vocabulary.
Yeah, thank you, Sarah. Hey,
Alice.
Alice!
Yes.
Come here, I need to check the light on this shot.
Okay.
Sort of. Ah, yes. The perfect clarity of your right shoulder.
Really?
No, take a few steps back. Over there. Right, move around a bit. Side to side. Yeah, alright. Sarah, are you ready?
Sorry, what is it that you're doing?
Not now work experience, we're busy.
Ignore him. It's just this quick video to go on site.
You ready, Sarah?
A storm, a house in the Highlands, and a solitary individual. Today's report comes from the remote Dornoch Fair and the home of one of the most elusive creatures in the world, the hermit. Living in almost total isolation, Catherine Hardy manages to survive from the little that she can salvage from the environment around her, alongside supplies purchased during her rare visits into civilization. It is a challenging lifestyle and one you would choose, but it is thought that hundreds of hermits still exist within the British Isles alone. So, one must wonder what would motivate someone to seek in such life of seclusion. But once committed, a hermit cuts all ties to their previous life, rendering it little more than a black mark. The mistakes and choices made forgotten forever. So, there is one thing this reporter can be sure of. That this curious way of existing makes for one interesting interview. How was that then? Where's the trip up here?
Nothing ever will be. It'll do.
I thought it was great, really professional. Although, there was just one little thing that I was thinking of. Maybe, I don't know, I just thought perhaps it was a little condescending.
Glad you liked it.
Yeah, finish for once, David. Some of us appreciate criticism.
Some of us deserve it.
What was it? Condescending?
Condescending how?
Well, you do call her a creature right at the start, And you make it sound a little like she has something to hide. I mean, it's not like she's murdered anyone or anything, or, you know, anyway. And it's just my...
Alice, we're reporters, okay? So, we have to write what people want to read. Otherwise, we wouldn't have jobs. Without jobs, we could hardly live, could we?
I suppose not.
So, and you're getting it, sometimes we have to spice them up a little to make sure it's exactly what people want to read.
You have a curious interpretation of little, David.
Sarah, she talks to fucking chickens, shrieks like a banshee, lives here of all fucking places. Little, understatement.
Sorry about that. Although on the bright side, it just made a lot of ladies awfully happy. Well, shall we get started?
We would love to, and would like Catherine, whereabouts would you like us to work?
Oh, well, there's no place better than here at anything. I only hope I live up to your expectations.
I'm sure you will.
That's right, lassie. I never even offered you a cup of tea. How dreadful of me. A few years without proper company's left me a wee bit rusty on hospitality.
It really doesn't matter, you know.
No, it's no bother at all. I'll just whip up a pot for us all. No point in interviewing with a mouthful of stew. Oh, pardon me.
Well then, before we start, I'd just like to thank you again, Miss Paddy. I understand you're not exactly accustomed to people intruding in your life.
Oh, for the last and Catherine, please. And it's really not bother you like coming to see me. We don't get that many visitors.
Now, Miss Hardy, my name is David Lawrence Hart, and this is my associate, Sarah Jane Dickinson.
David,
Now,
what are you doing?
asking questions.
No, I asked the questions.
Hush, you'll ask questions later. Miss Hardy, can you tell me, when was the first time that you talked to chickens?
A good few years ago, I suppose.
And these chickens, what are their names?
Right, that's it.
Fine. What's the question then?
If we could continue, how do you manage living in total isolation? I mean, if our journey up here taught us anything, Dornoch Firth is far from the desirable real estate.
Yes, I can see it right straight. He's an odd place to make a home. Can't get much more Baltic anywhere else in Britain, and come winter time it's one of the cruelest landscapes in the world.
And whereabouts did you grow up?
Oh, it's a tiny little place near the border, barely worth placing on a map. You could stretch and hit both ends of the street, it was so wee.
Parking must have been a nightmare.
You can't really invest in somewhere that minute, but the landscape that was worth remembering. I remember when I was a wee bairn and we used to wander for hours in the woods and fields. I think there were more homes than any building ever was. Used to scare my dad ragged running off all the time like that.
How fascinating.
I think it's really interesting.
Me too, you're certainly a unicorn, Miss Hardy.
Thank you, lass. Yes, it is the landscape that drew me here. Even if I only have my chickens for company. Having to wait to them silly ladies keeps my social skills in check.
Oh, can I ask, how do you manage without a man around the house?
I can't had much truck with any of that. I find it easier with only myself to think about. That way I'm the only thing that can go wrong.
So,
Besides, that cockerel will make a fine man about the house anyway.
So, I'm just not interested.
The question. I'm so sorry. You don't have to answer.
That's fine, lassie. Although I'm not sure why anybody asking a hermit is a gentleman.
Oh. Well, perhaps you would like to elaborate on that.
There's not much to say, I'm afraid, lassie. He loved me rather less than I let on. In fact, he loved quite a few lasses at the same time. All of them.
So he liked you?
I suppose you could say that, aye.
And, wrought with jealousy and rage, you fled to the remote highlands. With anger in your heart and his body in the...
That is quite enough, sir!
I'm so sorry, Catherine. My colleague clearly has the problem of knowing when and when not to open his mouth.
Ah, Miss Hardy, I think we've gotten off on the wrong side of the swan.
Oh.
I don't think you quite understand.
I understand you're fine, you mincing prat.
I'm sorry, Miss Hardy. He has a bit of...
You're not much better yourself, lassie. You're just as disappointed with my story. I don't appreciate being called unique, like some sort of beast unique. Wet from the burn and having all sorts of nonsense for your big shot article, eh? This little head is the only one with any actual interest in me. You don't even want her around.
Thanks, Miss Catherine.
That's alright, Hen. You brought more than one cock with you today.
Howdy!
How dare you! You called me a murderer! Women scorned my own house! I'm not sure what you're expecting, but I'm not some strange figure in the glen you can rip into your cheap magazine.
Well,
This conversation has come to an end. Excuse me, I've got to go steal some barbarians from their beds.
This is ridiculous. Do you know how far we've come to get this stupid article?
Aye, and you've a long trek back ahead of yous. I'm awfully sorry, Hen. Next time, try to associate yourself with a bigger pyramid, please.
I will, Miss Catherine. I've certainly learned a lot today.
I dare say you have. Stay safe while you're on the back.
This is your fault, Sarah. If you'd let me continue, you would have had this
Hey, you!
article.
Miss Hardy, I'd just like to apologise and thank you for your wonderful hospitality. Please, just forget what, don't worry about it.
That's quite alright, lassie. Just next time, try and stick to what you told me you were reporting, eh?
Yes, of course, Miss Hardy. Goodbye.
Feel like you've been more trouble than good for you, Miss Catherine.
You could say that, Hen. At the very least, I've been reminded why I live the way I do. I'm afraid I won't be able to subscribe, but I think in a few years you could teach them a thing or two about what makes a story.
Thank you, Miss Catherine. Although we have a long walk ahead of us first.
Oh, that's true, Hen. Best be on your way then, aye?
Aye.
That went well.